Hey everybody, day 37. So today I'm going to get in and have a chat with you about the Wheel of Change, which was the one I was going to do yesterday. The Wheel of Change is a great way to describe the cycle of addiction. But I found that it's actually a brilliant tool to apply to any change that you want to make, excuse me, in your life. So all the changes we've been talking about all along, be it, diet, fitness, goals, habits you want to break, habits you want to make, any change that you want to make in your life, you can apply the Wheel of Change to. Now, I'm going to put a picture of the Wheel of Change on the page for when we're finished. But I did draw a diagram just to get us through the video. Now, I'm no artist, so don't judge. But here we go. This is the Wheel of Change. Now, before you decide that you want to make a change, maybe you're getting along with life and everything's fine and change is not something you're considering. Or maybe life is not quite fine, but you still haven't got to a place where you think change is something you can achieve at the moment. It's just not something you're thinking about. That's a place called pre-contemplation. So that's before you start thinking about making a change. And that's where you are. Here is where we enter the Wheel of Change. And this is contemplation. So this is the place where we start to think about, okay, is a change needed? Maybe it is. Will I be able to do it? Will I not be able to do it? If I do it, what way would be the best way for me? What's this gonna look like? What do I need to do to make this change? And do I believe I can make this change? This is quite an important step. I mean, every single step is important along the way. Each one is as important as the next. But contemplation is the space where you're thinking it through in your head and going, actually, is this something that I can achieve? So it's very important here that we're in a good space when we're trying to think these things through, because we're going, okay, I want to make a change. This is a good time if you're in contemplation to go and talk to those people who spur you on and give you a little push and give you some support. Talk to them if you're in contemplation. The next step is preparation. So we've decided then, okay, I can do this. I believe it. I'm determined. I'm going to make this change. And now we're in preparation. So preparation is the step where we're going to start getting ourselves ready to make this change. It's always the weekend because we're going to start that change on Monday, aren't we? So preparation, also a very important step. So if this was in terms of like your food and working out and stuff like that, and you wanted to lose weight or you wanted to be a bit more healthy, preparation might be joining the gym. It might be cooking those meals and getting them prepped for the week and leaving them in the fridge. It could be looking around seeing what fitness courses are going, or it could be getting your gym gear all washed and ready and leaving the runners in the hall and all that stuff. So that's your preparation stage. Once prep is done and the day has come, we're making the change, we're into action. Now, this can be a very difficult stage because this is where we're just starting to make the change. So the very first couple of days or the first couple of weeks in action can be hard because we're trying to break a habit or we're trying to make a habit and we're trying to set ourselves up well and get our goal achieved. And once we've been in action for a while, this is when we're starting to make it become part of our routine. It's part of our day to day. And once we've done that for a little while and we're into it and we're going to the gym, or we haven't we haven't done the habit in a while, or we've been doing the habit for a while and it's become part of our routine, that's when we move into maintenance. Now, maintenance is just as important as action, because what happens in maintenance is that, this is what I was talking about a couple of videos back. Maintenance is where it's become part of your day to day, and sometimes when things become part of our day to day, we forget why we started to do them. So maintenance is a place where we're trying to keep ourselves in the routine of what we've decided to change. Now, this can be the space when you need to be careful about the company that you're going to be around. So the video that I did the other day about loving people from a distance, sometimes that can come in maintenance, because sometimes this is where little triggers will come in and we'll go, oh, actually, I'm doing very well. I'm doing really good for myself. I've been doing this for ages. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling strong. Maybe I could go over there. Maybe I could go over and say hello and be there for a little while. And you know in the back of your head, that's a trigger, that's a dangerous place, that's not a healthy decision to make. I find when those things happen, when I'm in maintenance, I go, okay, where am I on the wheel? I'm in maintenance. Okay, maintenance is what? Maintenance is me having to try and be careful that this stays a routine, that I continue to do what I need to do to keep myself where I am. Is this a good choice? Is that good company to be in? Is that a good place to go for where I am? Actually, no, because I'm still in maintenance and I'm still trying to keep myself going. So I found that that's where that comes in. Now, after maintenance, there's two ways it can go. And listen, maintenance can go on and on and on. Maintenance can be a lifetime thing. Like the self-care. For me now, self-care is going to be forever. That's part of my routine and I'm in maintenance and we can fall in and out of it. So that's relapse. And the way I was taught of it, relapse was here. But we are also told that relapse is in anywhere. Anywhere in here. So you could be after, you're contemplating making that change. Yeah, do you know what? I am going to drink 2 litres of water a day. Hey, Nicola. So you could be deciding, I'm going to drink 2 litres of water a day. I think that's going to be a good idea. Okay, I'm going to do that. How am I going to prepare? Okay, I'm going to get me jug. This is 2 litres. I'm going to fill it with cold water. I'm going to make it nice. Maybe I'll stick a bit of lemon in it. Maybe I'll have it in the fridge ready for tomorrow. And then you wake up and you're drinking your water. And halfway through the first day you go, fuck this shit. And you go into relapse. And you don't drink water for the next 3 days. And then you're back into pre-contemplation and you're like, man, no, I don't care. And all of a sudden then it's, actually drinking that water might have been a great idea. I think I'll get back to that. And the cycle starts again. And sometimes it can happen in action. Sometimes we've done a week or 2 or 3 and we think we're getting into maintenance. I'm about to making this part of my daily routine. I'm going to get into this now. And then life comes along and it's really busy. And before we know it, a few days have gone by and we haven't drank our water. And we're going, shit. I have to start that again. And sometimes we can be in relapse for a very long time before we decide to start again. Sometimes we stay in pre-contemplation and we just decide, you know what, this change is not something I'm going to make for myself. Forget about it. But sometimes we stay in maintenance. And sometimes we get to a place where the maintenance is over and we exit the wheel of change. And we have made that change in our lives. And this is what happened to me when I was saying I went full circle. I had gone through this entire cycle. And I'd been back and forth and back around. I'm not going to lie. It was years and years of back and forth. Into relapse, back into around and into action. And around the wheel I went. But what happened to me a couple of weeks ago is what I realised was that I was holding onto a safety net that was allowing me to have an excuse to fall backwards and fall into relapse. And I'm not saying that that's something that everybody has to do. I'm just expressing my own opinion of my own journey and what happened to me. But what happened to me was that I felt that I was keeping ties to some resources to give me an excuse that if things got bad, I could fall into my old bad behaviours. And sure, it was okay because I had my safety net. And what I did for myself was I cut ties to that safety net and knew that this was the end of this cycle for me. This was a part of my story. It was a part of my journey, but it's not part of my journey anymore. This cycle for me was over for a certain part of my journey, and I left and I went out of here and I exited the wheel of change. Now I'm very proud of that. But I am on this cycle with so many other things. Like I said yesterday, my fitness, I'm back into contemplation now because I didn't look after myself and then it went again. I'm like, fuck it anyway. And now I'm back to contemplation. Okay, what's the best way to move forward? What's the best way to look after myself physically now? And some days that has come down to, oh my God, can I really do this video? It's going to take so much time and energy. And because it's a challenge, I pushed myself. But yeah, my physical journey now is back into contemplation and I have to figure out what I'm going to do. So every change that you make in your life, you can apply this to. And I just found that if you are in the process of making a change and you ask yourself, where on this wheel am I? It was easier for me then to say, okay, is this a good decision for me to make when things popped up? Is this a good decision to make in terms of where I am on the wheel? Okay, So I hope that was useful to you, and I will put the picture on the page. Not the picture of that was just to help us get through it. I will put the picture of, oh my god, this is a 10-minute video, I'm very sorry. If you got to the end, well done. I'll see you all tomorrow, and the picture will be on the page. All right, bye.